take it slow. Got that fire roar. Wheels of fury tear the track. Hear that engine soar. Lean back, shifting gears, push it to the core. Killer Kyle on my tail. Feel the tension roar. Ain't no rules in this game. Every breath I fight. Pound the pedal, scream for speed through the endless night.
Wheels of fury rolling fast. Oh, in the streets where shadows cast. Revolution.
Hey, me and Matt here, and this is Killer Kyle. Welcome to another episode of Wheels of Fury, as we talk of AEW Revolution.
Coming up on Sunday. It's looking like it's going to be a good show.
Shit, yeah. And I mean, you look at the feuds and the fact that people shit on Tony Khan because there's no story. It's just, okay, YouTube, you're gonna wrestle in this pay-per-view with no rhyme or reason. But I feel that's not the case. I feel like a lot of them, especially the one match we'll get to, there's been a long storyline with them.
See, here's the thing. AEW definitely could put on a really good show.
Yeah.
Put on really great matches. The storylines, however, there doesn't really seem to be a lot of story to a lot of the matches.
Yeah.
It just seems to be, okay, you and you go out, have a match, 20 minutes, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah.
Sometimes they do a good job at building up the matches with storyline, but a lot of times it's just like people are thrown together and have a match.
And that's what it felt like it was like back in the 80s and WWF. 80s, 70s, whichever, is there was just no rhyme or reason. We're going to have WrestleMania, we're going to have Hulk Hogan versus Paul Orndorff, for example. But at the same time, it was the 80s and I was a sphincter, so I didn't really watch the show as much, so...
Yeah. Like, I think if the fans and AEW are really... There's already been something started between whoever, they'll carry on with it and to, make a storyline of it and, keep it going. Other than that, it's like, there's not really a whole lot of story to certain matches.
Yeah. Anyways, let's get it on.
Yes, sir.
Revolution rising hearts of ace.
Pre-show. Now, usually when we do predictions for an AEW pay-per-view, we talk about one match on the pre-show. Usually there's like 2 or 3 at least on the pre-show.
Yeah.
Anyways, so we're going to have a trios match. You're going to have Big Boom AJ teaming with Orange Cassidy and Mark Briscoe of the conglomeration to take on Johnny TV and Mansoor and Mason Madden of the MXM Collection.
Yeah, since Mansoor and Mace came to AEW, I thought, this is good. Obviously they didn't do well in WWE, but this is good. Big Boom AJ, of course, we saw him at the last pay-per-view with that pumpkin and the other guy, the other kid. anyways, that's gonna be a good show. The other team, yeah, I think they're awesome as well.
I really don't understand what the association is with Johnny TV and MXM Collection. Like, okay, they're these male models, and Johnny TV is, okay, yeah, he's good looking, he's in great shape, but like, and it seems like, you know, anytime Johnny TV would lose a match on, let's say, Collision, he would go to have like cookies or burger and fries. I'm like, Johnny, what are you doing? You're gonna ruin your figure and whatever. Like, Johnny probably burns more calories than what's in a two cookie or a thing of cookies. Like, fuck sakes.
Yeah. I mean, you look at Johnny, and he's like this surfer dude from California. He's not. He's from California.
Yeah, he's from California.
The parkour, you know, abs for days, whatever. And no matter where he went, he's one of the best wrestlers of the last 20 years. And this guy from Tough Enough. And he's like someone that, you know, I don't know if he would ever make WWE champion. But I know that wherever he went, yeah, of course they added TV and Nitro and Impact to Johnny or whatever the fuck. And so it's like, yeah, it's a matter of time before we see what else he can do. Will he ever capture the AEW title? I doubt it.
Yeah, I don't see Johnny capturing the AEW World title. I don't even know if he'll have a fucking title in period in general.
Well, he did have the Impact title.
I mean, in AEW.
In AEW, right?
Yes, he held the Impact World Championship. I'm talking about
AEW.
currently in AEW.
No,
yes.
no, I don't think so. I mean, it's just one of those things where it's like,
Oopsies.
shit will get off the pot, and I think Johnny, I don't know how long he has to be in the ring,
Yeah.
but, like, if he's still healthy enough, that's great. Will he ever get a title? Who knows?
Yeah.
If anything, maybe the TNT title, as for the maximum male model, or, you know,
The MXM Collection.
yeah, it'll be a matter of time before they capture gold.
And can we please cut the fucking bullshit with them, with one half of the Ring of Honor tag titles that they stole, and they say that they were champ? Like, fuck off!
Yeah, I agree with that.
And also, there was something I seen on Instagram where Johnny was backstage somewhere, and he was like showing off some parkour moves off this wall, and Mason and Matt Wire come up to him like, "Oh, Johnny, we'd like you to meet this woman. We met her through modeling, and you know she's a great woman and whatever." It's Taya Valkyrie. Like, that's Johnny's fucking wife, you dipshits.
Yeah.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
Well, it's gonna be an interesting match, that's for sure.
God, anyway.
Revolution rising, hearts of ace. Ah, Los Angeles.
A rivalry has stemmed from deception, spite, jealousy, anger, animosity, a turncoat, and a guy that, you know, the puppet master, if you will. These two guys were bastard friends. They lived together. They traveled the world together. spent many years in Japan teaming together. They started a faction together. Turned out that the one guy, was tired of being compared to the other guy. And, he refused to be compared to him. And they've already had 2 matches against each other. They're 1-1. This is the rubber match. You got the Proto Star, Kyle Fletcher, set to take on the aerial assassin, Will Ospreay, in a steel cage.
Yeah. Fucking A, dude. I mean, these guys have been going on forever. You look at Will Ospreay, look at the career he's had in New Japan. The guy has faced a lot of people. And I mean, a cup of coffee and TNA, I mean, I'm pretty sure he was there before that as well. And other promotions, except for WWE.
Yeah.
The only guy to ever really make an impact, no pun intended,
Right.
besides going to WWE.
Yeah.
And I mean, it'll be interesting to see where this goes, because Kyle Fletcher, as young as he is, man, is he ever good.
Oh, he's so talented. Hell, they both are.
Yeah. And I mean, the steel cage will hopefully prevent the Don Callis family from getting in there.
Yeah.
Maybe, who knows? But,
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be a good match. You know what, fuck it. I think that Will Ospreay's gonna win.
More than likely.
I think Kyle won the last one.
No.
Oh.
Ospreay won the last one. Because remember, they faced each other in the semifinals for the Continental Championship
Yeah.
at World's End.
Right.
The first match they had, Fletcher won.
Alright. So then I will say Will Ospreay then.
Yeah, I mean, whether it be Ospreay or whether it be Fletcher win this match, okay, end this rivalry. Fletcher can go after a title, feud with somebody else, whatever the fuck. Ospreay can focus on whatever else. It'll be interesting to see where this will go after this. But yeah, this is gonna be a wild match, I feel like.
Hell yeah, bruv.
I seen a clip on Instagram of an interview that Will Ospreay did with Chris Van Vliet, and they were talking about how the last time they had a conversation, Will Ospreay had like 27 5-star matches. Guess how many he's got now?
70?
Higher.
40?
A little bit higher.
60?
Lower.
55?
Okay, you're on the right track with 40.
Oh, okay. 44.
Add 4 more.
Oh, shit.
48 5-star matches so far.
Jesus. But, I mean, like I said, a lot more experience. This guy is money. And I think in another couple of years, who knows where his career is going to take him. But I could definitely see the AEW world title on him.
I got a feeling at some point, very likely Ospreay will be world champion.
Hell yeah.
No doubt. When? I mean, it's only a matter of a matter of time. I mean, didn't he? I don't think he's had it, or has he had a shot at the world title yet? I don't think so.
I don't believe so, no.
Anyways,
Yeah.
he'll.
Wheels of fury rolling fast.
Speaking of the Continental Championship, you got their current champion, Mega Kazuchika Okada, getting set to take on Brody King.
Yeah. Yeah, normally I would just say Brody King, but like... Again, look at somebody like this guy who has wrestled all over the world, Japan, Mexico, TNA. Again, another guy that's made it everywhere except WWE.
Yeah.
And the fact is, coming into AEW with the Young Bucks and being one of the best funny heels in the wrestling business.
Yeah.
And who thought that could ever happen? And I mean, you look at somebody like Okada and you think, this guy has had some awesome matches, and basically, there's more to come.
Oh, absolutely.
As far as this match goes, I think Brody King is one of those guys that I'm surprised hasn't got the AEW title.
Yeah.
Or hell, even when he was in Ring of Honor.
Like, I mean, already held Ring of Honor Trios titles.
Right.
I think him and Buddy Matthews? Or was it Malachi? I think it was Brody and Buddy were the AEW Tag Champions.
Yeah.
So, like, if you throw a singles title on that man.
I mean, I'm gonna surprise you and say that Okada's gonna retain.
I got a feeling more than likely.
Brody King, look, since Malachi Black left, I feel like Brody King isn't, like he's not been that good of a leader. I don't know. Like, he's a hell of a wrestler, he's a brick shithouse,
Oh, yeah.
and I'm not quite sure when he will get the AEW title, or hell, who knows, but I mean, not right now.
Yeah.
I can see a rematch with those two, Continental title.
More than likely.
Revolution rising, hearts of blaze.
Come about over basically a heated war of words and not really anything personal per se, just a heated back and forth exchange and war of words, and where it's going to culminate on Sunday. We're going to have MJF take on Hangman Adam Page.
Cowboy shit versus the devil.
Yeah, exactly.
New York versus Virginia.
Exactly.
This is gonna be a fucking war. Because you have these two guys, and yes, I talk about storyline, I talk about feuds. These two guys are the best talkers.
Yeah.
You look at Adam Page. Now, this guy going all the way back to Ring of Honor. And I'm sure he was on other promotions, but he comes a long way. And I mean, the guy is now a main eventer.
Yeah.
Never in my wildest dreams, 20 years ago, would I have said that. Well, not 20 years ago, 10 years ago, rather.
At least, yeah.
I would have never thought that, because, again, he was in a Bullet Club with the Young Bucks and Adam Cole. This guy can now be one of the best top heels, or face, I don't even know which one he is anymore.
Yeah, I know.
MJF is a guy that has killed it in AEW.
Oh, yeah.
He's been an interesting babyface because I knew that wouldn't work. I wanted to cheer him, and I'm sure he tried to make it work, but obviously that didn't happen for him.
I mean, it was pretty good for what it was worth, but, like, MJF is such a natural heel.
Yeah. I mean, this match is going to be bloody, it's going to be brutal, and I mean, I don't know if Christopher Daniels is going to get involved either.
Yeah, who knows?
But holy shit. For shits and giggles, I'm gonna say Adam Page.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see where they take it after this. Will they, keep the rivalry going and then have another match, on an episode of Dynamite, let's say? possible. We'll see. But, yeah. I mean, you could literally go either way with this. Just go Hangman for the fuck of it.
I mean, you look at these two guys going to war. Adam Page and Swerve Strickland and that epic fight.
Yeah,
The dog collar match with CM Punk
yeah.
and MJF both made my nipples hard. And these two guys can get it done in the ring, and who knows what can happen.
Oh, absolutely.
But, yeah, I said what I said.
We'll deal with it.
Revolution rising, hearts of ace. Ah, lost it.
The AEW Tag Team Championships, as the Hurt Syndicate is set to take on the Outrunners.
Oh, yeah. I mean, about time that they get gold. I think the fact that these, this team, rather, didn't have much of a chance in WWE. And look, it's not their fault. There was the pandemic.
Yeah,
It couldn't go on to much, and I think that sucks, but it is what it is. They're now doing very well in AEW.
yeah.
So, I mean, we'll see what happens. I think Bobby Lashley is somebody that has done very well in the wrestling business.
Yes.
You know, WWE champion. Impact champion.
Yes.
You know. Yeah, easily you could see the AEW championship on him.
More than likely.
So, that being said, though, like the Hurt Syndicate, yeah, as much as I think the other team is pretty good too, they're more like a nostalgia act.
They are a good tag team.
Yeah,
They're good wrestlers, but it seems like they're more just for like comedy.
and I love being a good nostalgia act. But yeah, basically Kyle's right. It is like a comedy team, and that's alright too. But yeah, I mean the Hurt Syndicate for me.
Definitely.
And I mean, since Cedric Alexander has left WWE, I could see him join eventually.
More than likely. We'll see.
We'd have the Hurt Syndicate the way it should have been in WWE.
Yeah.
Revolution rising, hearts of ace. Ah, lost.
TBS Championship. Mercedes Moné set to take on Momo Watanabe.
Yeah, this has been interesting. Look, I think that Mercedes has nothing to lose. If she loses to Momo, she has nothing to lose. She's already the strong champion.
Yeah.
She's already the...
Rap Pro Women's Champion.
Yeah. So really, there's no issue with that. If Mercedes can win, good, but... Look, Momo has proved herself. So obviously, that's where I'm going. No offense to Mercedes, I think she's a good wrestler. And once again, AEW has given her the chance of a lifetime.
Oh, absolutely.
And so, yeah, I'm still going to go with Momo.
I mean, I think it's only a matter of time before Mercedes eventually loses a championship.
Yeah.
You know, will Mercedes lose the TBS championship to Momo? I mean, we'll see.
Yeah. And like I said, she has nothing to lose. I'm sure she'll go to another promotion and get a title, but once again, want to be female Ultimo Dragon, I don't think is gonna fly.
Yeah, I mean, I think 4 is adequate for, well, I mean, technically 3, because, like, the other championship she has is the Queen of Southside. I think that was just a championship that's kind of just made up. I don't really think it's a legit championship. The other 3, on the other hand, you know, the TBS Championship, the New Japan Women's Championship, and the Rap Pro Women's Championship, those are all valid championships, you could say. But, yeah, that's sufficient for Mercedes.
Like the money she must be making right now, holding all those belts.
Oh, I know.
Look at, imagine a corgis that she could buy.
Yeah, right.
But this is gonna be a very, very good match for sure.
Revolution rising, hearts of ace. Lost.
One contenders match for the AEW World Championship as Swerve Strickland takes on Ricochet.
Yep. So let me get this straight. You're telling me that Ricochet in WWE wasn't good? The guy that was North American Champion, US Champion, Intercontinental Champion. A guy that could have easily eventually went on to the WWE or World Champion, well at the time, WWE and Universal, whatever.
Right.
Had some good matches with Aleister Black as a tag team partner. Had a very good tag team with Braun Strowman for a time. And you threw him out? Like, what the fuck were you thinking?
Virulent.
And then, you know, he goes to AEW. He tries his best. The toilet paper gate, bitches. Like, seriously? And yeah, I understand. He wasn't everybody's thing.
Yeah.
But... And now you have him, like, being the nerdy guy, whatever. Where he's stealing Prince Nana's... card, whatever the fuck you call it.
The embassy robe.
Yeah.
They had a contract signing this past Wednesday on Dynamite, and they're having an exchange of words. Swerve had, I would say, one of the best comebacks I've heard in a while. He goes, "You're going to be remembered for two things. Me somewhat making your career relevant again, and your ring announcer wife."
Yeah, that was funny.
Oh, snap!
And then, you know, eventually, you know, Ricochet takes out the scissors, but Swerve has his own and then pulls a Sid Vicious and stabs him right in the forehead. Now, I figure the camera focused on Swerve just so Trevor could bleed.
Yeah.
But, because honestly, how sharp are those scissors?
End of them, I think if you stab hard enough, you could draw blood.
That's true.
The thing that I found interesting was, Swerve's facing, the entranceway, if you will, getting ready to leave. You see him reach inside his jacket to get the scissors, but I think Ricochet was a little too quick on the draw, because Ricochet pulls out his own scissors, and then Swerve turns around, blocks Ricochet's arm, and then goes in the jacket again to pull out his own scissors, and Ricochet still had the hat on, so he kind of had to tilt his head a little bit just to knock the hat off his head, so Swerve could make contact with his head and not the hat. I think maybe if Swerve maybe had to block the hand, push it away, maybe slap the hat off his head and then went and got the scissors and, stabbed him. Or had it done something for the hat to come off Ricochet's head and him not have to, move it off his own head himself, you could say.
Yeah. Yeah, I think. Look, and I don't mean this as an insult, but good Ricochet win. What?
Should he win? I don't think so. Will he? Probably not.
I mean, look, there's a rumor that he will join the Hurt Syndicate as well. I mean, he's half black, but still, it's like, whatever. I think that eventually, I think Ricochet should get a win, but I don't know. It's been a very good feud, like all the way before Christmas.
Exactly.
So, honestly, yeah, I pick Swerve.
Yeah, I think, oh, yeah.
Whose house? Swerve's house!
So next we have, ooh, buddy. Ooh, buddy.
Revolution rising, hearts of ace. Ah!
We have a match for the AEW Women's World Title. As your 4-time AEW Women's World Champion, Timeless Toni Storm, gets set to take on the Glamour, Mariah May. How do we just rivalry to a different level? We make it false count anywhere.
Yep.
And the thing that was interesting to me is, okay, Mariah May defeats Toni Storm for the championship in Mariah May's home country.
That's right. All in.
Toni Storm regains the title in Australia, her home country.
That's right.
Interesting dynamic.
Yeah. No, I didn't think about it that way. I mean, look, despite the shitty amnesia storyline, I think that it'll be interesting to see where Toni Storm can take this character and revamp it.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, Luther won't be there no more. I don't know what's gonna happen with that, but I mean, this is right up Tony's alley.
Yeah, you could say that.
I think that it would be a good thing for Toni Storm to win. Not just because it's her match, but she needs to get one over on Mariah May once again.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the shit that Mariah's done.
Mm-hmm.
You could go and say, well, yeah, but Tony pulled a swerve on Mariah with the whole, amnesia storyline, and that was dumb as fuck. But I mean, yeah, she did that. She's now the timeless one again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still gonna be an interesting match for sure.
Oh, yeah. But Tony's retaining the title.
Yeah, well, yeah, she better.
Yeah. Then we have for the AEW International.
Revolution rising, hearts of ace. Ah!
Konosuke Takeshita gets set to take on the best belt machine, Kenny Omega.
This is a long time coming. Look, I don't want to, break the fourth wall, or I don't know if you can call it that, but look, Tyson Smith has almost died.
Yeah.
And the fact of the matter is, it took a long, long time for him to recuperate, and he's back. I mean, you look at someone like Brock Lesnar, who also had the same fate.
Yeah.
And this is nothing to joke about.
No.
And he's not missed a step. I will say that.
Oh, no. Not
So-
at all.
Well, I could say the easy answer and have Kenny Omega take the title from Takeshita. And will that work? I don't know.
Yeah, really.
Because if you don't put the title on him now, when's a good time? And, how are we going to do it?
Yeah, I mean, you did have Kenny and Takeshita face each other before. Once it was a tag match, a 6-man match, I think. at All In last year. And then you had them face each other again. Was it All Out? Or was it before All In? Anyways, DeGaster beat Kenny twice in this, it was in like a 2 or 3 week period. So more than likely Kenny's gonna get the win. And yeah.
Is it gonna be a good match? Oh goddamn right it is.
Hell yeah.
And you know what I wanna see? Kenny Omega beat the shit right out of Don Callis.
No kidding. And then your main event of the evening for the AEW.
Revolution rising, hearts of ace.
Actually getting set to take on the Rated R superstar, Adam Copeland.
Yes, sir, yes, sir. Do you have a coin?
Yeah, exactly right.
Look, I understand nobody likes this group. And I get it, like, you have this anarchy thing with John Moxley, Marina Shafir, and Wheeler Yuta, and Claudio, and it's like...
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate because I see a lot of potential with that.
Oh, absolutely.
But then you look at someone like Adam Copeland, who has come into AEW and... Look, he's not a spring chicken, obviously, and he's found a fountain of youth. Unfortunately, at what cost?
Yeah.
Kind of like don't fucking fall off the cage again.
Adam was going for this, really awesome moment. It would look good, it just at a unfortunate cost.
I mean, I've been a fan for 26 years at least, and the fact is that should he get the AEW title? I don't know.
Yeah.
I really don't fucking know, because I have been a fan for that long.
Right.
But at the same time, you want to go, okay. So if Adam Copeland doesn't win the title, who's going to beat Mox?
Yeah, exactly.
So...
Who are they going to challenge Mox for the title next? Well, I mean, obviously it's either going to be the winner of Ricochet and Swerve, and then, we'll see where that goes. But then if, Mox retains the title, then, where do you go from after that?
Yeah, that's the only thing. I mean, would it be awesome to see Swerve and Adam? Yeah. Give the old lion put over the young lion, so to speak. I'm just not a fan of this whole, hey, I'm calling you kid, even though we're like 12 years apart. So, I mean, it's like, okay, and then it is what it is, but I don't know. Like, I have no fucking idea. Like, I think John Moxley is a hell of a wrestler. He's a hell of a brawler. Adam Copeland has wrestled a long time and basically done it all in WWE. It's unfortunate that he had to retire when he did. Now, he came back. But, yeah, you know what? I don't fucking know.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're gonna have to wait and see.
Exactly.
But, yeah, sorry, I can't really think of a winner right now.
Yeah.
For this match. It's gonna be a hell of a match.
That's for sure.
But, anyways. Well, this has been another episode of Wheels of Fury. Look forward to that on Sunday.
Yes, sir.
Next Friday is Sacrifice.
Yes, sir.
It's gonna be interesting, like, once again, TNA going back to doing the Friday night pay-per-view for some reason.
Yeah. It seems like TNA does pay-per-views on a Friday every once in a while.
Yeah, that's true. But anyways, this has been another episode. I mean Matt, Killer Kyle.
We'll see you in a few.
Deuces.
Later.
The wheels of fury, they spin, they roar. Never halting. The end's now calling.